Alright everybody, and welcome back to the third episode of Nostalgicraft. I am back, and I've hopefully fixed a lot of my mic stuff. Oh my god. I've turned off my noise gating so that hopefully I'm not getting cut off as much as I used to be. And we got a little bit of plans today. We have some good plans. First of all, a lot of my tools are really broken. So is my armor. So I want to try to get villagers and a villager farm basically over here, and then I want to build my third thing that I talked about in the last episode, a little special thing that's going to be very good and it's going to help us keep on track for our goals for this series. Right now though, we're going to do the villagers, and for that we need a good bit of wood, which luckily we have, because if we're building a villager farm, what we're going to really want is, first of all, building materials for the thing, as well as a composter. Is that not how you make it? That's how you make it. Okay. We'll also need a little bit of glowstone. And then the last thing would be some glass. I think I need more of that. So we'll just put that in there. We're also gonna need some boats. At least 2. So we're gonna get 2. And now we are gonna try to get some villagers. I'm probably gonna put my villagers somewhere like over here. So yeah, let's go get those villagers now, shall we? Oh yeah, one thing that I would like to mention is that I did do a little bit of work off screen kind of stuff. I placed some more rocks around, and I even used half slabs and some of the moss to make it look more mossy. And then I even put some regular cobblestone ones. And I have a treaded path along here, some little rock slabs that help you climb up a little bit faster so you don't have to jump all the time. And I just try to make like moss around any of these mossy rocks, and even put some of the little bushes around, just to make everything look nicer. I also changed the color of the lights, the hanging lights off the side from the bridge, because I didn't like the spruce and I didn't like the dark oak very much, so we have that now. I do already have a villager over here, so I think I want to make it like right here. Yeah, we can start to get to work. I'm gonna need another axe. We can clear a little bit, and then we're gonna put him just like in a box, basically. That way he can not be in any danger while we're transmitting the other villager over. I'm not gonna make the box look particularly pretty. I'm gonna try to keep it like over here and kind of out of sight. I've tried to make it look pretty before, and it's just always just a box. It's more about function over design. Alright, this is how we start making the little villager breeding farm. So we put a block of water basically right there, and then we can put a composter on top of it, and then put a little bit of glowstone, just for the light so the plants don't die. And then we want to go 4 blocks out, and 4 a box. I'll try my best to have this look like just something, but I make no real promises. Alright, so one of the first things we gotta do is start hoeing the land, because we won't be able to place farmlands on it, but we won't be able to place crops on it, and this needs crops. I'm gonna be planting carrots, mostly because it's just a really good food source, and you get lots of them, and it gives lots of villager happiness points, so they should breed pretty quickly. And you don't have to worry about them getting like poisonous potatoes like you do with potatoes or seeds and stuff like that. So a lot of this is done. Oh, gonna have to sleep. For this next step, we're gonna need 2 trapdoors, and we leave this bit here open that I'm using currently to walk through. And what we do is we dig there, trapdoor like that, and I want to place that the other way, and like that. So there we go. So when I open this up, villagers will think it's like you're able to walk through it, and they will, except any of the grown-up ones, which they'll hit right there, and they won't be able to walk past. So we'll make all the babies go to this side, and that's how we'll get our villagers from our villager breed. Next up, I'm just gonna dig out some of this and make the bed chamber a little bit. So whenever I make like the bed chamber, like this part, where you put all the beds down and then the villagers will start breeding, I always have an issue where it's not tall enough, and it's so frustrating. So I'm just gonna build this like really tall. 5 blocks should be enough. Oh, I think this is actually 6. Oh well. Gonna make it seem like it's gradually. And we're gonna spruce it up on the top and then have these stripped like the main. Alright, the next thing I need is a piston, mostly just to get the villager up here, which is a good way to deal with villagers when you're dealing them with boats. Is you can just use a piston and a lever, and you can slowly move them upwards. How far do I need? 3 more? Here we go. Let's move this over a little bit. And then we are going to get our farmer in here. Sweet. Take that down. I'm also going to take this down. That back up. And now time to get another villager. Woo! No, and stuck on the village. There we go. And I want to move that a block down. Put dirt there. Slowly rowboat him in. And there we go. We now have 2 villagers in here. Sweet. Next step I want to do is I borrowed some of the beds from the village, so I didn't have to make my own. The sheets are lemon scented, which is why they are yellow. It's not for any other reason, don't worry about it. It would have been the villagers who did it anyway. But now I can get rid of this. Let's see here, we're gonna make a new hoe for ourselves. That way we can get the rest of the farmland going. Let's see, we got the glass here. Perfect. We do have connected textures on, which would be nice. And this glass will do two things for us. It will keep any zombies out just in case, as well as it will also keep our villagers from getting struck by lightning and turning into witches, which is a very real thing that can happen. So we are going to chop the boat, and we now have a farmer. The rest of this is now farmland. I'm gonna use this carrot to plant. Because more than likely I will have to use some of these carrots to replant and stuff like that. I'll have to go in myself and replant some. Now we are going to get the rest of the glass going. Alright, here we go. So we're almost done. Now, I wanted to look for who exactly was the person who designed this farm, but I sadly can't really figure out that information. A lot of people on YouTube have made, you know, build guides for how to build this farm. And there's also another one that people often like to do. But I don't like to use the fence post method, as it's a little bit tricky and sometimes it's just prone to breaking. So I don't tend to like it very much because I don't want to hotfix it, and also it's just an absolute pain to get them on the trapdoor in the first place. This is far easier and less likely to break, so that's why I use it. There we go. Last thing is basically down here. Oh, I didn't have a water bucket. So we're gonna make a tunnel here, and we're gonna take it a good distance away. Oh, more coal. Should get my fortune. Pickaxe. And I think about here is where we're gonna open up. And this will be the storage for where all my villagers go after they've been bred, because you have to take them a little bit away from the beds just so they don't keep like a track of them and they aren't taking up the bed space and you're still getting villagers bred. So here we go. We just need some buckets to fill with water, and we also need to make some signs. We don't need too many. 6 would probably do as well. And then you can also use a little bit more glass. Now we must fill up our water buckets. I want my fortune pick for the coal. Although it's almost dead, isn't it? Now there's this pretty neat trick that you can use with water, where if I place the water bucket here, it would start flowing in the opposite direction as well and kind of, you know, disrupt the whole flow. But I can place signs here and they don't have to have anything set. And I can place water there, and it makes a basic continuous line that will flow one after another. So this will flow into here, and then it will flow me into this water stream, and then I'll start going again. And then I can put there. I can put it so it flows out this way. And one of the things I want to do is put it like that, get the glass, and and this is gonna be the end of the chamber. Put glass up there. So we'll be able to see any villagers that we have come through here. So if we're getting a bunch and maybe getting overcrowded, we'll know, and we can try to shut off the villager farm. Or if we're not getting any, then we'll have a way to tell. Because besides the fact that there'll be no when we go in here, be able to just like see right away. And so yeah, so the villager breeder is pretty much all done. The only thing that I would even need to do now is fill out the rest of the farmland, because a lot of the farmland isn't filled yet, which I can do really quickly with some bone meal that I have. I do still have some bones and bone meal in my chest, so I can go and get that, get some more carrots, fill out the rest of the farm. Then after that, I think I want to try to get to work on the trading hall. And I kind of want to do like a marble design, but the issue is that I don't have much marble at the moment. Now, there is a villager that can trade me marble, but, you know. Hold on, what am I even talking about? Why am I talking about marble? I meant quartz? Yeah, so I don't have much quartz. My fortune pickaxe is almost dead. I am level 30, I can see about getting a new one, which might be good. So hopefully this is all gonna work fine. These beds are they see the beds. They can't actually see the beds, but they know that they're there. So they will breed, and eventually give me bubbles. And then I can use those bubbles for new villagers, and make a villager trading hall, and get lots of stuff from it, which will be all nice and dandy. I have plenty of diamonds to spare, so let's see if I can get lucky. So I'm breaking 30. There's no guarantee. Please, please be fortune. That sucks. That really sucks. But I might be able to. So if I anvil this one and this one. There we go. Oh yeah, one thing we can also look for is the what's the tool that masons use? Stone cutter? Here it is. 3 stone and iron. Like it right on top. And now we can use that with some of the materials that we've gotten to see more accurately what we have that we can use to build. And that's just a better way to make stuff like stairs a more efficient way. Okay, we shall go to the nether for hopefully some good quartz mining. You know, just a little bit, because I need some to start this build at least. Alright, so again, might have gone a little bit overboard with mining, but it's okay. We'll use it. We'll still use it. But that should be more than plenty of materials. So now we can go over to where our villager breeder is and start building up a little trading post, as well as possibly our other special secret build. Let's go, shall we? Alright now, we have made quite a bit of progress. Now this is really freeform, so this isn't anything special at the moment. But we have built a little bit of a thing. I'm not done yet. I don't have enough quartz. I definitely need more. I haven't even done the thing that I want to do yet, so, you know, we still got plenty more to do. We gotta get a roof on here. But for now, I think we can actually start getting some villagers in. Thing I definitely want to do is I want to make sure I have... I'm gonna try to get masons in first because they can give me quartz blocks. I'm gonna just put some stairs over like that. And I'm gonna try to have them group sensibly. So I'm gonna have a lot of the tools and stuff like that over here. And then I'm gonna have a line of farmers and a line of librarians down this way. And this is gonna extend probably out to here. I'm probably also going to actually open this back up and, you know, make the corner here quite possibly. Because I am gonna end up needing more room than I have. So it's gonna look a little bit more like this. I can make some more glowstone as well. There we go. Just about got the crossroads all good. And this hallway can probably be some of my lesser used ones. So we can put like the leather workers and the shepherds and the butchers down that hallway. And this is also the end that we'll put our special thing that I want to build. Obviously much later because I have to get all the resources, which I barely even have enough for the basic foundation for this, so yeah. For now though, we can, at least since we put the stairs in place, we can maybe go for the, hold on, I'm trying to think. We can start moving villagers in and put the masons in. Now, I don't have a lot of iron left, which is definitely kind of an issue. I will have to get some more. Okay, turn some of my blocks. Need an iron farm at sign or something at some point. But we can make that. We'll also need a little bit of gold and redstone. And then we make some levers. And maybe another sun power. Alright, so here we go. So we have a couple of villagers. It looks like we have about 6 right now, which is pretty good. So we can put that there, put a button there. And then go to shoot them up. And that's why we have one of the levers. And I want to build the rail so that it's pointing along this track. Before we go here. And we're just gonna build temporary bridges, basically. Another lever. And we're gonna fill them from the backboard. So it's gonna be one of the first ones. Minecart. I'm gonna be honest. It's been a little while since I've done this. So. Oh wait. I think I've had issue this before. No. Did not get one. I don't think they're shoved into the corners quite enough. It's like just not enough of them. Well, there's one. That's a baby. So that's not very helpful. Where'd that other baby go? Well, I guess he's there now, and I gotta get a new minecart. At the very least now. We'll just use the basalt tops to close them off. Let's see if we can actually get an adult now, though. Although we will have to be careful. No. There's the baby again. No, I just don't think they're... It's like pushing in the wrong corner. Okay, what if I just let them out? I'm gonna try this for now. Come on, everyone. Get out. Go on. Shoot. Oh my god. Alright, and now I have to try to start getting these guys. No, not the other baby. I don't have many other minecarts. Someone's got a workstation now. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, let's try to grab... I guess that. He's on that one, so. I'm gonna try to grab that dude. Oh, well now he's on another one. Damn it. Dang it. Where did he go? Is he just gonna walk in? No, not quite. There we go. Now we can just push him. Get up there. Nope, you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. Oh my god. There. And now he's in. And we're gonna try to get some masons again. Hopefully. Please don't get a kid. Please don't get a child. Okay, we got an adult. Okay. Send him off. No. I hate you. Where are you going? Oh, are you kidding me? Alright, getting rid of everything that's not the masons. Should be able to get him up there now. And he's going the wrong way. Ah, I swear, villagers are such a pain in the butt. Alright, the quartz is a bit far down the path, I believe. Right now he will give us bricks, and we can trade him clay. Which is actually pretty nice, because I can get a fair bit of clay, so I can use that for early emeralds, at the very least. And go! And that is 4 stonemasons now. And we have 1 weaponsmith, which is pretty good. At least for this early stage. Hopefully I'll be able to get more. And now that I have the thing set up the way that I do, hopefully they'll be easier to grab. So we can get some clay and start trying to level up the guys. Let's get our first emeralds. Woo! Alright, so I want to tell you just exactly how long it took me to get all of these clay balls, just from, you know, being down here in a lush cave. I found a massive patch, like even just like super early on, and there's still some that I just haven't picked up. I listened to a 4-minute song, and before the song even like ended, my inventory was full. That is ridiculous. That is so much. Oh yeah, by the way, we can check on how the cactus farm is doing. We have 2 stacks, which isn't a whole lot, but we don't really need a whole lot of cactus, so, you know, it's doing more than well. I don't think there's a villager who will trade cactus for emeralds either, so really don't need it. Doing some trading, getting lots of XP. Alright, so all of them have the stone and chiseled stone traits, which is interesting. It's good enough for everyone to get to the next level. Plenty more XP for enchanting. Alright, now we got polished. Site, Dorite, granite. On this one, actually, will trade me Dorite and andesite for emeralds. It's too bad I couldn't also get a trade in for granite, but it's fine. Because I will likely have a lot of those that I do not use or want. Also, I'm sorry if you hear any like strange noises in the background. My cats are in my room at the moment and they're being buckets. Switch over to night and they'll refresh their trades because they have their workstation right in front of them. Oi! Oi, get off the mountain! What are you doing? You lazy cur. Come here. Stop, stop. Where are you going? Stop moving. Stop. Alright, let's at least push him. Let's start getting it. More emeralds! Woo! Luckily, it still gives a little bit of XP. Not by much, but it's something still. Just refresh while I was doing it. So sweet. Some more. There we go. Lots of levels from everyone. Almost out of clay. But I mean, considering that I have over 2 stacks of emeralds already, that's really good. One thing I forgot to look at that I totally meant to was I am on 1.20 and I don't know if this is the villager change or if that's the next update. The Great Villager Nerf. Hopefully I'm on pre-nerf, so I don't gotta deal with all that. But it would have been wise to check at some point. Do I have... it's got glazed terracotta now. I got white and brown. let's get a couple of white. And there we go, block of quartz. And there we go. 4 masons fully leveled for some quartz. Gonna be super useful in finishing the rest of this. What else do I have? I have 5 spaces here. Well, now that we have the quartz at least and everything, I think it might be time for more building. Might be more building time, woo! And hopefully I can get everything finished up with how I want it. So we are going to get started on that. Alright, we are pretty much done with the trading hall. Except not entirely. There's still like quite a bit that I need to do, but most of it's getting the villagers in, and then I can actually get the roof done. But otherwise, we are pretty much ready. Now I know I wanted to use a lot of quartz for it. I wanted a very like clean kind of look. And I decided to use basalt and deep slate and a bit of blackstone as well. As just like, you know, accents. So we have a very monochrome kind of look. This is where I'm keeping a lot of my stuff. Just in the meantime, I can put my helmet on. But if you notice, if I mouse over, all of my stuff has mending now because we actually managed to get a mending trader. We got the masons here. We got some weaponsmiths. We got, these are armors. We got our toolsmiths over here. Got a leather worker. These are going to be the less used ones. I'm going to have a couple of butchers. And then I'm going to have an alchemist, I believe. And cartographer, Fletcher, some fishermen. So kind of the idea. These are all going to be librarians. Here's my mending one, who also has looting 3, which is super nice. And then we have smite 3 here, but this is mostly bookshelves and paper. I might end up actually swapping them out later on. Mostly because I had them here early on, so I could try to, you know, swap paper for emeralds and also make sure that I have a bookshelf trade. But here's a bookshelf trade, and the paper wasn't being super valuable to me as much as clay was, which I can get a lot of clay. I still gotta get my farmers up. I gotta get some farms going on, some like big farms where I can get lots of carrots, lots of potato, lots of wheat, lots of beetroot, and then sell them to these guys, make lots of emeralds, possibly get golden carrots because those are really good food. I did, however, finish my main build, which you saw a little bit right here. Now, this is pretty unassuming. Like, I don't know if people entirely get what this is, so don't worry, I'm gonna explain. So there's an old map called Diversity. Now basically what Diversity was it was a Race for the Wool map, but unlike most Race for the Wool ones, it wasn't PvP. You could actually work together with a second player, and you would get the wool by completing mini games based off of other maps. So for instance, there was a wool that you got for playing a little mini adventure map, or one that you got for doing a puzzle or parkour and stuff like that. So you completed the map by playing basically every other popular map type that Minecraft creators were creating, which was very interesting and very unique at the time. And so I've created it here a little bit for myself because basically it's kind of a good idea for what I want to do. Now, I have 9 wool here, and that is about how many. I don't actually have all ideas for this, and I'm probably going to end up building more, but I know for sure that there are definitely a bunch of things that I want to build. Like, for instance, I know I want to do a Captain Sparkles one, maybe a tribute to Fallen Kingdom, because that was huge. Like, oh my god, just... Then also something like Hypixel and the Herobrine's Mansion. That one's very nostalgic for me. I also thought of iHas Cupquake and her Super Oasis Sundays that I used to watch all the time. I used to watch a lot of it. It was a modded Minecraft series. I could do something with that. I know I had a comment on my first video about Chimney Swift. That was an old one. I'll have to think of a good thing to build in reference to him. But you know, there's always parkour maps that I could do, like Bodel 40 was a pretty big one for adventure maps that I remember. Who might be a little bit nostalgic for a lot of people. And yeah, so that's definitely one of the things that we could do. And we can just go over here real quick to see my amazing redstone of some buttons and some levers. So basically, what I've done, I'm just gonna flick the lever and hit the button, and that's gonna push the wall into place. And that's how we're gonna get that done. But it's, I already see that. But that's gonna be left for now because we haven't done anything yet. So more lighting around just to make sure everything's nice and right before we have the lamps up. So yeah, basically at the moment I'm mostly waiting on getting enough villagers to fill up all my slots, and then I can get the roof done. I do have a little bit of the idea of what I want to do for the roof, like here, and I'll probably redo this bit a little bit to have it slope up, because I want to have a bit of a slope going down along this way, and then it's also going to be this way, and then it's going to get wider and just have more of a slope up over there. I'm sure all of that will look pretty cool and nice and clean later on once I can actually, you know, get it all done. But at the moment I have some really good enchantments for all my tools and weapons. I redid my sword a little bit, so my sword has the sharpness, has looting 3 now because I have a book for it, and I got rid of the knockback because I hate it and I think it's dumb. I also did my pants with protection 4, which it used to just have unbreaking 3, which sadly now I don't have unbreaking 3, but oh, by the way, this is gonna date the video a little bit, but the wolf news literally just came out for me, like just before I started recording again. I had to take like a little bit of a break, you know, because I have been working really hard on this video all day today, and then the news of the wolf came out. I am very excited. Armadillos, the new wolf colors, and one of them is actually a hyena. I'm excited. It's gonna be so good. I gotta find a wooded Badlands though. I actually know where a Badlands is. I don't know if it's a wooded one. Hopefully it is. That would be great. Anyway, I did get some leads because we got a wandering villager around again. So I got some leads from him through humane methods. Don't worry. Totally. And I did end up digging a spore blossom and putting it in my house. So we have a little bit of the cool effects. I think another thing that I might want to eventually build for this is like a dock right here. I don't quite know how to do one. I think maybe I'll just do something really simple, you know? Yeah, I might have to look up later for some inspiration designs and stuff like that for like a good dock in Minecraft, but I think this is alright. Mostly for now. Let's go park my boat at it. Boop. And then I also, I got so many fences, I also wanted to do just like a little sign like that. Need a bit more wood. There we go. Some fences kind of holding it up together. I think that looks alright. Yeah, it's good for now. It's at least something. We can always work on that later. Now, honestly, for today, I think I've done enough. I know this video is going to be a lot shorter than last week's video, but honestly, good. I do not need another one of that. I do not need to record another 40 hours of Minecraft gameplay for me to go through. But I've had a lot of fun, like always. So hopefully next episode we can start getting sorted out our iron issues. Especially now that we've got our enchantments all sorted out. We got fully enchanted diamond, and all of our diamond tools have mending, so we don't have to worry about it breaking. And we can continue on working off screen a little bit with the villagers, get all of those in place, and get that trading hall all in place. And also, we can start working on gathering those wool blocks by making builds, of course. You know, if there's anything nostalgic you have, you can of course comment down below in this video or any of my videos, and I can add it to the list of things to build. Any kind of Minecraft content, you know, from content creators to old maps to servers to stuff like that. Anything's basically go. As well as that, I do want to also mention, I should have done this earlier in the video, but my videos are now having subtitles. So if you find it a little bit hard to understand me, I can kind of understand that. I try my best to be as clear as I can, but even listening back to myself, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not as clear as I could be. Or, you know, if you just need subtitles to when you're listening to videos and stuff like that, I have subtitles done. I have been making the subtitles and have been editing them to make sure they're all proper and correct. So for this video and for the last two videos, you can go and watch them a lot more clearly, so don't worry about that. But regardless, I hope that I can see you again sometime. Bye bye!